During the military buildup of the Quasi War, and with the strong endorsement of Washington, Adams reluctantly appointed Hamilton a Major General of the Army. At Washington's insistence, Hamilton was made the senior Major General, prompting Continental Army Major General Henry Knox to decline the appointment to serve as Hamilton's junior, believing it would be degrading to serve beneath him. Hamilton served as Inspector General of the United States Army from July 18, 1798, to June 15, 1800. Because Washington was unwilling to leave Mount Vernon unless it were to command an army in the field, Hamilton was the de facto head of the army. To Adams' considerable displeasure, if full-scale war broke out with France, Hamilton argued that the army should conquer the North American colonies of France's ally, Spain, bordering the United States. Hamilton was prepared to march the army through the southern United States if necessary. To fund this army, Hamilton wrote regularly to Oliver Wolcott, Jr., his successor at the Treasury, Representative William Lawton Smith, and U.S. Senator Theodore Sedgwick. He urged them to pass a direct tax to fund the war. Smith resigned in July 1797, as Hamilton complained to him for slowness, and urged Wolcott to tax houses instead of land. The eventual program included taxes on land, houses, and slaves, calculated at different rates in different states and requiring assessment of houses, and a stamp act like that of the British before the Revolution. Though this time Americans were taxing themselves through their own representatives, this provoked resistance in southeastern Pennsylvania nevertheless. Led primarily by men such as John Fries, who had marched with Washington against the Whiskey Rebellion, Hamilton aided in all areas of the Army's development, and after Washington's death he was by default the senior officer of the United States Army from December 14, 1799, to June 15, 1800. The army was to guard against invasion from France. Adams, however, derailed all plans for war by opening negotiations with France that led to peace. There was no longer a direct threat for the army Hamilton was commanding to respond to. Adams discovered that key members of his cabinet, namely Secretary of State Timothy Pickering and Secretary of War James McHenry, were more loyal to Hamilton than himself. Adams fired them in May 1800.